using your referral code. And the cool thing is, not only do you get a lifeline, but your friend gets a lifeline as well. Also, shout out to those who make this game so much fun for me to play and host. Shout out to Trina Chakraborty, Kalu910, Hydri, Shrikant Shenoy, Keshav14, Anand493, Niketan709, Paul 469726, the first 6-digit number of the day, Lincoln489, and Raghava197. Okay, my strawberry dumplings, are you ready? Here we go. Mwah, mwah. Kiss for good luck. Question 1. Who received the award of the Star of the Millennium from BBC? Is it A. Dev Anand, B. Amitabh Bachchan, or C. Dilip Kumar? Now, all these actors ruled the Bollywood market for so many years, but this award was given in 1999 by BBC to this actor who beat out other greats like Robert De Niro, Charlie Chaplin, and Marilyn Monroe to win this award. Now, you beat Marilyn Monroe? That's something. You remember? No, my skirt is flying. That's the lady he beat. The right answer is Amitabh Bachchan. His birth name is Inkilab Srivastav. Oh, I can see why he had to change the name. But things weren't always so rosy for him. Amitabh Bachchan was not really liked by a lot of directors in the beginning because of his looks, heavy voice, and his first salary, only 500 rupees. But today, his net worth is about $400 million. Number 2, who was the first woman president of the Indian National Congress? Is it A. Kasturba Gandhi, B. Annie Besant, or C. Sarojini Naidu? The Indian National Congress played a very important role in India's independence struggle. It was founded on 28 December 1885, and the Indian International Congress's first ever lady president came out in the year 1917 after 32 years of its formation. Now that's what I call gradual change. Actually, it's super slow, gradual change. The right answer is Annie Besant. She was the first lady president. First lady president. You gotta punctuate that. She was the first lady president, while Sarojini Naidu was the first Indian woman president of the Indian National Congress. Just in case you were wondering why your answer is wrong. In 1916, Besant also launched the All India Home Rule League to basically... you changed the thing. Question number 3. What did the Wright brothers create in their bicycle shop at Kitty Hawk in 1903? Is it A, airplane, B, hot air balloon, or C, a helicopter? This is probably one of the most famous inventions of Orville and Wilbur Wright. They created this in a bicycle shop, and not like the toy version of any of those options, the real thing. And because of the number of times it failed, I think that's why they've become a huge portion of so many motivational stories. Something to learn from them. The right answer is the aeroplane. Neither of the brothers had ever attended formal engineering college or training, and even though they weren't the first to build and fly an experimental aircraft, the Wright brothers were the first to invent aircraft controls that made fixed-winged power flight possible. The Wright brothers never got married, and when reporters asked them, they basically said they didn't have time for both a wife and an airplane. Oh, cute. Question number 4. Who is widely regarded as Bollywood's first ever stunt woman, best remembered as Hunter Wali? Is it A, Daring Sarah, B, Fearless Nadia, or C, Jumping Julia? Ooh, sounds like series on Netflix. Or actually, it actually sounds like those icebreaker games that they play at corporate trainings. You know how much fun those are, right? Not at all. Hunter Wali is a movie that released in the year 1935 and was one of the earliest movies with a female lead. Needless to say, it was a blockbuster. The right answer is Fearless Nadia. Her real name is Mary Ann Evans, and she was born in Australia. But after her father's death, she moved to a friend's house in Peshawar, and the only way to travel countryside was on horse. And that's how she honed in her legendary horse riding skills. And she was famous for doing all her stunts by herself, and probably in the 40s was amongst the highest paid actresses in Bollywood. Question 5. Which retail chain in India is owned by Kishore Biani's Future Group? Is it Future Group? Did I just say Future? Is it A, Big Bazaar, B, More Megastore, or C, Nilgiris? Kishore Biani is an Indian businessman who currently resides in Mumbai, also the founder of Pantaloon Retail, and as per Forbes magazine in 2017, his total net worth was $2.7 billion. But you know what? The real question is, how do you think you're worth? I tell you, you're priceless, baby. Never forget that. Mwah. The right answer. Big Bazaar. It was launched with the tagline, Isse acha aur sasta kahi nahi. Basically, that means Abel's Hindi is getting awesome. No, it actually means you won't get something better and cheaper anywhere else, which probably explains how a farmer shopped at Big Bazaar once for about 1,17,367 rupees. Question number 6. Which ancient Greek poet wrote the epic Iliad? Is it A. Homer, B. Virgil, or C. Sophocles, or Sophocles, however you want to pronounce that? Iliad tells of the story of the last year of the Trojan War fought between the city of Troy and the Greeks. It is estimated that Iliad was written around the 8th century BC, has about 15,693 lines. The Trojan War has been raging for nearly 10 decades around the time this book is set up. The right answer is Homer. Set during, like I said, the Trojan War, the 10-year siege of the city of Troy, Ilium, by a coalition of Greek states, tells of the battle and the events that took place during those weeks, of a quarrel between King Agamemnon and the warrior Achilles. Many details of Homer's life are pretty unknown, but they say he was a blind bard from Ionia, which is present-day Turkey. Question 7. Which actor's stage name is inspired by a Marvel superhero? Is it A. Nicolas Cage, B. Robert De Niro, or C. Joe Pesci? If these names are familiar to you, you'll know that Nicolas Cage is most famous for his role in The Rock with Sean Connery. Oh, I say, what a movie. Daniel Goodspeed. You remember that movie? Or Joe Pesci's done some great movies like Goodfellas, or even Harry, the villain in Home Alone. Would you let me do all the thinking, huh, Marv? That kind of character. The right answer is Nicolas Cage. Director Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle, so he chose a different name to avoid favoritism, and so Nicolas his name to Nicolas Cage, inspired by
Where have we seen
Pinky and the Advanced Iceland. Answer.
Govinda. Cha. అనుకున్న ప్యాక్మెన్
అదే పెట్టాల్సింది. నేను అదే అనుకున్నా, ప్యాక్ మ్యాన్ అని. అలా కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్గా ఉన్నాయి, ఆ రెండు పెద్ద పెద్దగా ఉన్నాయి అనేసి.
పోయింది ఈసారి పైసలు రావి. అనుకున్నా
లాస్ట్ 3 క్వశ్చన్లే కదా, 7 పెట్టవచ్చు నువ్వు ఈరోజు.
ఒక 3 పెడితే డబ్బులు వచ్చాయి.
సెవెనే పెట్టారు అందరూ, 10 పెట్టుకుంటా. 7
పెడతారు, 10 పెడతారు.
Football match played between East Bengal.
మోహన్ బాగా
బంగాల్ మహేంద్ర ధోని అది కాదు, చూద్దాం కానీ. లెట్ us see.
మోహన్ బంగాల్ అనుకున్నా.
7/10. ఆప్షన్ చూడకుండానే పెట్టేసావు కదా అది.
నాకు తెలుసు మోహన్
అనుకున్నా నేను.
అయ్యో అయిపోయింది. లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటో ఏమో. ఓకే
10 క్వశ్చన్స్.
లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటో ఏమో లోడింగ్లో
లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇప్పుడు అదే మోహన్ మంగారు 10 క్వశ్చన్స్.
10th కాదు.
నువ్వు 7 పెట్టావు.
స్కోర్ వస్తుందా? స్కోర్ వస్తుంది. నాకు వస్తుండే 20 రూపీస్ వస్తుండే. 7 కరెక్ట్ లైన్గా కరెక్ట్
చెప్పానా? ఏమే 3 పెట్టలే 7 పెట్టింది. ఒకటి ఆన్సర్ 2 తెలుసు ఆన్సర్
తెలిసి
2 తెలిసి కూడా ఆన్సర్ తప్పు పెట్టింది. క్వశ్చనే చదవాలి అసలు. ఆప్షన్ ఉంది పెట్టేసింది దబదబా.